And hello, everyone. So today I thought I would just bring it into simplicity. And the funny thing is, when I said that, I started shuffling. I thought, okay, which deck do I want? And I was getting the shaman, which is, if you know anything about shaman practices, really, they're not all that simple and all that gentle. Sometimes they are. And this one was when I first opened the deck to shuffle it, I saw her on the face card, and I'm like shuffling. I'm like, oh, that's not the one. And then I pull it open again, and there she is again. And I'm like, that's not the one. And I shuffle it again, and something else came up. But then I kept thinking, oh, that wild woman, she is calling me. So I need to pay attention to her. So I'm just going to read the first paragraph before we start the meditation about this, and then you'll begin to understand. Maybe that's why this sort of ungrounded, scattered energy that I've been tapped into. And as I was saying before we started the recording, it's not that it's, like a sad morning kind of scattered energy. It's more just feeling this kind of vibration that needs to be grounded, I think is what it is. So maybe the wild woman has been coming through, and that's what needs to be grounded. So she is, and even if you are a man, if you're listening to this recording and you are a man, there is a wild woman within you. So set her loose. Okay, so what this says, and this is just the first paragraph of this card in this book from the Mystical Shaman Oracle guidebook, and it's called The Essence. When the wild woman dances into your reading, which she did, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self. And Maisie's going to bark and help us release the wild woman. So she holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. Interesting with the conversation that we just had before I turned on the recording too. She reminds us that in order to be fully present with life, we must uncover that light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. So let's uncover that wild woman today, your authentic self. So this really does tie in with what I thought I wanted to do today, which is just simplicity. Because the simpler that you can get and the quieter that you can get, the more that you can uncover this wild woman. So let's put our feet on the ground or your sit bones, whatever you want to connect with the ground. And begin to let the breath, the air. So we're going to merge the feeling of grounding of the element of earth with our breath, with the element of air to begin. I just want to do a couple rounds of intentional deep breathing. And I learned this from about 30 years ago, almost now, in 1994, from a man named Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, not the musician, the guru. He has a foundation called The Art of Living. And they teach, this is part of the technique that they teach for meditation. So it's just a cycle of breathing in for 4, holding for 4 counts, exhaling for 6 counts, and holding for 2 counts. So 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 2. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. and hold for 2. So I'll begin with the count and then I'll let that fade out and then we'll do a couple rounds on your own. And if the counting doesn't work for you, just do intentional breathing. You can do it 2, 2, 2, 4, 1 if you would like. You could cut that timing in half. So first, just a couple deep breaths into the belly, into the heart, remembering to feel that grounding below you. Deep breath in, follow the exhale out, and we'll inhale for 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 3, 4, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale, now continue on your own. Hold, and after your next exhale at the end of the cycle, just find your natural breath again. And just notice what came up for you in the breathing technique. Any thoughts of, oh, I'm not doing it right, or oh, this is too difficult, or oh, I don't want to do it. And just let them all go now. And we're going to connect now. We're going to begin with the grounding with the crystalline center of the earth. It's a very, very pure, white, fiery light that exists at the center of the earth. And we're going to let that come through our Earth Star chakra, which is just 3 feet below our feet or our sit bones. In the ground, deeply rooted, 3 feet below. And then we're going to bring that up into our base chakra where we are seated. And let it travel through the sacral area. The navel. The solar plexus. And into the heart. So now 3 full breaths from the center of the earth to your heart, your center, the center of your chakra system. And then the golden white light from source, from the central sun source, whatever you visualize or want to call it, universe, God, whatever. It's going to travel first into your stellar gateway, which is 3 feet above your head. So this golden white light with a lot of space, opening up a wide space to receive this 3 feet above you. It's like a little funnel. You know how a funnel has, it's bigger at the top. And this funnel now is going to come down into the top of the head, into the crown chakra, through the third eye, the throat, the upper chest, and into the heart. And from both directions now, above with the opening of the stellar gateway and below with the opening of the earth star chakra, bringing in this light and merging it in your heart. And as it merges in your heart, let it turn into this violet flame at the center of your heart. The color of violet is associated with the ascension, the flame of ascension, the flame of rising your vibration to the 5th dimension of love. And we're going to let that violet flame get really big, feed it into the center of your heart. So each breath brings more clarity in color, more clarity in feeling, more purity. And then this violet flame is going to be in the heart, the center, the nucleus of each cell. It's going to spread to each cell of the body. Each cell has its own little violet flame. Igniting the light of the ascended energy and of that wild woman now. Your true self. The essence of authenticity and freedom is ignited in that violet flame, in the center of your heart, in the center of each cell. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Letting this violet flame burn up anything that covers up your authentic, free self. Burning up all those constraints and cultural conformity. Shining brightly, burning through the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. And revealing the face, you might see your own face, you might see your face painted, you might see the face of a goddess, which represents the goddess within you, even if you're a man. There's a goddess in there. So uncovering like you're looking into a mirror at this new person, this new you, your essential self. You need this wild woman. So let her be here. Take a look at her. See what you see. What does she look like? What does she feel like? Does she have anything to say to you? Does she transfer wisdom? What does she do? I see mine doing a ritual dance, opening up me. Just breathe with her for another minute. We'll be silent for a minute. Just see what she presents to you in this minute. And what do you hear in your outside environment? I hear a lot of birds singing. So the birds deliver messages. They're messengers from spirit. Sing your song. You don't hear any birds where you are. What do you hear? How is she delivering your message? Through the sound of the wind, the grounding of the earth, the essence of the fire, the song of the bird. The quietness of your breath. So we're going to connect. We're going to walk this wild woman, put her on now, try her on and see how she feels. We're going to walk with her today. We're going to see through her eyes. What would she show you? Through her third eye, through her insights, which are yours, your essential, true, free self, is this wild woman. So just make the commitment to walk with her today. And let her show you the world, show you how to perceive through her eyes, through your essential eyes, how to hear the words of others through your essential hearing devices. Which hearing is not just about the ears, it's about all senses, the smell, the taste. How do you listen as this wild woman? And remember that this violet flame, which represents the flame of this wild woman, is in every cell today and in the center of your heart. So I started with that breathing technique so that we really feed the breath, the fire, the air, the breath of spirit into her. So perhaps taking a pause throughout your day today, doing some sort of deep breathing technique, whatever you like. And just asking her whatever you need to know in that moment. And getting the guidance to tell you to do this 4 times. It might just be for 1 minute, 4 minutes today at least. Stop and ask your wild woman for her wisdom. What does she want you to do now? How does she want you to respond to what just happened? And then when you are ready, if your eyes are still closed, open these wild woman eyes and see the world around you. Breathe with her, be with her, love with her, laugh with her, dance with her, all let her in. All right, and let's bring our hands to our heart in honor of this wild woman in our heart, in our soul, thanking her for being here and whatever she's going to reveal to us today. Be grateful. It may be a little bit challenging, but just be grateful that she's there, because whatever she's going to show you is going to help you open to her, her wisdom, her freedom. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. Namaste.